Dunes are a very important buffer, a natural barrier between the moana and the whenua, the sea and the land where we live. There are lots of important plants that live in the dunes. Many are native to Aotearoa, and there are special native dune animals that enjoy living around them. These plants may live in different parts of the dune. Scientists call these parts zones. The zones are the foredune, closest to the sea, the mid-dune, the middle of the dune, and the back dune, further inland.
Look, you can actually see that the plants are different in each zone.
Yes, on the foredune, the front of the dune, where it's more open to the wind and waves, there's beautiful golden orange pingao and silvery green spinifex. Both plants spread across the sand surface and are very good at trapping and binding the sand.
Let's take a closer look at pingao, those golden eyebrows of Tane. Pingao is endemic to Aotearoa, so it's only found in Aotearoa and nowhere else in the world.
Pingao is a great collector of sand. It traps the wind-blown sand within its leaves and around its base. By doing this, it helps build up the layers of sand, making the dune bigger.
Now how about spinifex? We all know spinifex for its big spiky seed heads that we can see tumbling along the beach in the wind. They're fun to chase.
These seed heads are important as they contain lots of separate seeds. When those seed heads settle on the beach, they release those seeds.
Cool! That's a really clever way to spread and grow new plants in another place.
Male and female spinifex plants look very different from each other too. Those spiky seed heads belong to the female plant. Just like pingao, the spinifex also grows those long runners across the dune to help it spread out. It has tall leaves that trap the wind-blown sand.
But sand is very dry and it's so salty at the beach. How do the plants survive?
Pingao and spinifex are specially adapted to live in a very salty environment, which is why they go right at the front of the foredune. And both love open bare areas, so they're perfect for the windy dune environment. They have long leaf blades, so rainwater runs down these like a slide and sinks straight down to the roots, and the roots don't mind the salty sand.
Those roots are very strong and help bind the sand together to keep the dune stable.
Yeah, that's right. Did you know that spinifex and pingao roots can grow as long as 2 meters?
Wow, that's like the height of a door. Let's look at another plant. How about in the mid-dune?
Pohuehui looks like a bouncing carpet covering the mid-dune. It lies very low, keeping the sand underneath it. It's like a protective blanket on the dune. Pohuehui has adapted to the hot, dry, windy dune by laying low. It has strong roots to keep it in the sand, and little leaves, so it doesn't lose too much water.
What a great hiding place for skinks and insects.
Thupata lives in the back dune, more inland where some larger plants grow. It's very well adapted to live in this dry coastal environment. It has thick juicy leaves, perfect for storing water when it's hot and dry.
Thupata has nice juicy orange berries for the birds too.
A long time ago, the back dune would have been joined onto the thick native bush, much further away from the beach. Now we often have towns instead of native bush, and on the back dunes, roads and houses. Now there are also introduced plants in the dunes. These ones are not from Aotearoa. Marram grass, African ice plant, daisy, kaikuyu, and lupin are all common introduced plants that can be found on the dunes.
So are those introduced plants weeds?
Yes, they are. They're plant pests. These plants compete for space with our native dune plants, and they don't trap and bind the sand as well as our native plants.
So healthy sand dunes have 3 different zones. The foredune, mid-dune, and back dune. And each zone has many special native dune plants that are important for our native animals, and also for protecting and rebuilding the dune.
Exactly, you've got it. So next time you're at the beach, take a look at the dunes and see if you can identify the dune plants.
And always remember to stay off the dunes and use Te Aratika, the signposted pathway.